Hey guys, first regardsman here, and so I'll be talking about a Pyrecannon build for patch 11.0 of Space Marine 2. Now, the Pyrecannon got a tiny buff this patch. You can now move at full speed while in heavy stance. That's not like super substantial, but this thing still performs pretty well, especially on the new map. And honestly, it's just pretty fun to use this with the new Salamander cosmetic pack on top of that. And the variant I've chosen today is the venting speed version because this one overheats very fast. I noticed that on the ammo reserve option, you would just overheat all the time, and having this extra time to just fire off your gun is actually pretty useful, so I do pick this one up. And for the perk tree here, I would just go down the top row for things like improved fast venting, moving here into the perk Eternal Flame. Burning time increases by 25%. 99% of your damage on this weapon will come from the burn, so pretty much always pick up a perk like this. Moving here into the perk Increased Capacity, then we pick up the perk Flame of Ascension. Burning 5 enemies restores one armor segment. Cooldown is 30 seconds. This perk is actually incredible. Getting armor back for just lighting an enemy on fire happens all the time. You'll pretty much be using this off cooldown in any horde, so a great option for sure. And the next perk here, Potent Flame, increasing your burning damage even further by another 15% is really nice to have. Then we move down here into the perk Divine Might for a 10% damage increase, and pick up the perk here, Heavy Immunity. While in heavy stance, you don't lose control from heavy hits. Having this perk is pretty much mandatory in my opinion. If you don't have this perk and you decide to go down like the top row or something, I would definitely just pick up the perk over here, Strategic Stand, because without this, you will simply get knocked over all the time. You will be stun locked and perish pretty much every single match, or, maybe not every match, but you'll get knocked around a lot, stun locked a lot, and getting stun locked on a heavy class already sucks ass. So definitely pick this perk up. And the final perk I grab here is Flash Burn. Enemies at a distance of less than 10 meters take 20% more damage. This one doesn't do a ton for you. I would really prefer to take the perk up here, Pure Flame, for more burning damage, but giving up heavy immunity on this build is just not worth it to me, so I do just go down here instead. That's pretty much all there is for the Pyrecannon setup. Now, for our secondary weapon, I do take the Retribution's Bequest Heavy Bolt Pistol Heroic version. This weapon is actually really damn good. I think this one got a significant improvement over the PTS. It now has the highest gun strike damage in the game. The Heroic perk effect got a little buff here. It will now instantly kill enemies that are trying to call reinforcements on a headshot, and that is pretty damn useful. Like, this is significantly better than it was in the PTS, and overall, this is actually one of my favorite secondaries in the game. I don't think it's like overpowered or anything. It's just really strong, like maybe like an A tier, so definitely pick this one up if you're curious about what heroic weapon you might like, and this one does go on like basically every class. And now for the perk tree setup on this, I do just go down the bottom row because of things like able damage, getting 20% damage buff for using your class ability. This happens all the time on the heavy class, because the heavy class does use the Iron Halo pretty much all the time, so great perk for sure. And then I move here into the perk Home Precision, up into the perk Tactical Precision for more headshot damage. That's pretty standard setup for like pretty much every heavy bolt pistol in the game. That's all there is for the secondary. Now for the perk tree, you really don't have a ton of choices on heavy, to be honest, and 99% of builds on this class look the same because Restoration is just the best perk in this row for armor regen. Then you can either pick up Fortitude or Strategic Stand. Both of these are pretty damn good. I think this one is quite a bit better than Strategic Stand, though, only because having 30% more HP and being super tanky in this game is just really nice to have, especially with the perk down here, Conviction, giving you a 25% health damage reduction on top of this HP increase. That's a pretty good combo for sure. Next perk here is Versatility. After switching weapons, your secondary weapon deals 20% more damage. The effect lasts until reloading or switching back to your primary weapon. Usually I take Overwhelming Power, but direct range damage for us, at least in like this run I was doing on a true solo, doesn't really matter at all, and especially on like a Pyrecannon, because Pyrecannon, this thing's direct damage is not super epic anyways. Most of the damage is burn damage, and I'm pretty sure this doesn't affect this. Now, in the stats screen in patch 11.0, the ranged damage of your burning effect will actually count in the scoreboard, which is nice to see, so like maybe this does affect it now, but for now, I just took this one instead. Next perk here is Encompassing Aegis for 25% less damage from range attacks. Moving here into the perk Consecutive Execution for 90-second melted bombs, frags, crack grenades, shock grenades. Really good perk here, and then everything is pretty much standard with things like Power Regulator, Brute Force for 15% more range damage while Iron Halo is in cooldown, and of course the perk Offensive Capability. When active, Iron Halo deals damage over time to all enemies within 5 meters. This will also wipe out things like Bramble, Cultists, and stuff like that, even Spore Mines. Really useful utility perk here, and also really good at just like picking up free Extremis and Majora's kills. Sometimes this one will put things in execute, so really nice for that. And for the perk tree here, I did take Exponential Force for a melee damage increase of 100%. You could skip this and take like Duelist or Reverberating Impact. All of these are about like the same value to me, in my opinion. And as far as like the options you want, it's really up to you. Now the other perks I would pretty much always pick up are Auxiliary Reload for your ammo economy, Conviction for health damage reduction, and Indomitable Spirit for no knockback on gun strikes, because there are a lot of points in Space Marine 2 where you will simply have to gun strike an enemy, and without this perk, you will just get cooked, especially on Heavy, because Heavy has like basically no knockback outside of a perk like this or Strategic Stand, so I would definitely grab this one. These three perks are by far the most important in this whole perk tree, and Conviction is also really good for that 25% health damage reduction. That's pretty much all there is for this build, guys. The Pyrecannon is a pretty simple weapon. You just point it and hold down the trigger and light an enemy on fire. The biggest problem with this thing is that you don't get CHP back. In the public test server, the burning effects were giving you contested health back while the enemies were on fire. That is no longer the case in patch 11.0 on the live game. It is kind of like a huge nerf, but to be honest, it was super OP if they had that in the PTS whatsoever, so I'm not surprised it didn't make it to the live game, but either way, this weapon is still pretty damn strong. Great for burning bosses, great for horde control, and hopefully this build guide helped you. And if you like content like this, subscribe for more, and as always, take it easy. Thanks for watching. Bye. Artifacts. Okay.
Iron Hail ready. Neutralize Carnifex by any means. Engaging elite cavalry. Throwing shock grenade. Rearming. Playing evasive behavior. Iron Hail, one line.
Alright. Of course it just like dickishly put this guy like right behind me.
Exposed points are vulnerable to damage. Elite level Xenos. Pacify. Zone throw class Tyranid. Use caution.
Right, well. Getting flapped around there did kind of suck.
Zone throw neutralized.
We're good for this, though.
Shock grenade launched. Coolant rods exposed. Shoot them. Enhanced tactic ready. Xenos counter successful. Terminated combatant.
Okay. Thank God that thing's hitboxes are awful in elevation. Or he just ran us over. Alright, getting rid of all those warriors might suck a little bit. He's gone now, and the Lictor's gone, so... Actually, we need it. We'll be fine.
Exposed points are vulnerable to damage. Kill confirmed. Major Tyranid threat.
Elements of the cooling rod array are cloaked.
Alright, where's the, This is probably gonna be a stim. Thank you. The damn kids keep running in and out of 7-Eleven. This is what it sounds like. The 7-Eleven alert. Welcome to 7-Eleven. And that's peak.
Reloading ammunition. Coolant rods exposed. Shoot them.
Identify blockages and remove Xenos organisms.
Alright, it should reach.
Reloading. Target acquired. Target destroyed. Acquiring next target.
This is actually pretty good for this portion, huh?
Plasma cooling efficacy
What's up, Kane?
reduced.
We're currently pyrocannoning. They got a little hairy back there, not gonna lie.
To repeat the same process at the second array. Access granted.
Pretty sure we're only alive because the Karn affects the lunge has terrible tracking on terrain. Or a terrible hitbox. Dude, you're still playing? Aren't you tired? Aren't you tired? Why would I be tired?
Shock grenade deployed.
What have I done today that's exhausting?
Cover my reload.
Playing Space Marine 2? How are you, my friends? A long time since we caught up. I am great. I'm just playing the new patch and trying to try out how the Pyrecannon is these days. I want to see how it performs against the Tyranid Primes. I feel like it's going to be pretty good, but we're about to find out. That's pretty good for this.
Rearming. Coolant rods all decommissioned.
Temperatures at critical.
Alright, I'm going back for the ammo box because I made this mistake last time, ran out.
Catastrophic detonation.
So, I'll be topped off.
Talassa, do not let the reactors cool down. This cruiser will soon perform its final
Let's
task.
try this
Proceed to the
and
decks
move in.
below and force the plasma reactors to overheat.
IFG, hope all is good with you. What's up, Andrew? We're doing great. Get a little bit of a purging. Armor boost, we like that. Now, we should probably overperform here. If there's like a big horde in this tunnel, we are gonna cook. Figuratively and literally. I thought you streamed for 8 consecutive hours. I mean, yesterday we did. Streamed for 10 hours yesterday consecutively. Before, we streamed for 20. So, like, really, we're slacking. I think the new Mission 11 is a masterpiece. I'll let the stream price go up in HP by 20 to 30% because they feel a little too easy. They do die pretty quickly. I still think they're harder than the Hive Tyrant is. Hive Tyrant just gets shit on.
Expectation.
And the Trigon.
Tyranids will withdraw from your locus, allowing you time to extract.
This is ill-advised, Talassa. If you do not rig the reactor to detonate, the cyclonic warheads will be wasted.
Oh, horde. That's just disappointing, to be honest.
Double our efforts to draw the Tyranids away from your position instead.
Acknowledged, Octavio. Emperor be with you. Zone contact. Ready anti-psychic tactics. Specialized bioform neutral. Reloading ammunition.
That's rude. Okay.
Zoanthrope removed from combat.
How would you destroy this rod with the Pyre Pistol earlier? I would have swapped weapons. That's why they give you a loadout station at that area. That portion.
Enhanced tactic ready. High priority Tyranid eliminated. Equipping fresh magazine.
That's pretty good.
Talassa, we have lost contact with Heraton leader, and Octavio is pinned down. You must destabilize the plasma reactor. Our brothers from Phaedrus and Heraton shall not have died in vain.
Talassa, readying to overload plasma core. Eliminate target before it summons real target silenced. Alert! Combatants. Ravener kill. I am Halo ready. Specialized form neutralized.
Purge, purge. Oh wait, there's like a little thing here?
Neutralized form for enemy backup. Lower target eliminated. No reinforcements detected.
This pistol definitely like slows down the amount of
Observation.
hordes you deal with, because you just blow up every single reinforcement with one shot. It's pretty funny. I think this thing's pretty good.
Access granted.
I'd give it like a B or an A maybe. A at the absolute highest. That's where I put most of the heroics in this game though. It's like A tier at the highest, B tier at the lowest. I don't think there's like a C tier heroic currently. I can't think of one that I'm like, god damn it, this one. Here, we're just gonna use this because
Administering aid.
we're a little low. We're within like stunlock territory, so I'd prefer not to die via stunlock for no reason.
Primary objective ahead.
It's better the parry than dodge Ravener's attack. I mean, you don't get you can get a perfect dodge on the first two. You can't get a
That reactor must be
Multiple
destroyed.
times.
Honor our brothers. Honor our chapter.
Oh, that's mean.
Attack from above incoming. Halo ready. Elite level Xenos. Passive life. Aerial strike imminent.
Oh, a little late on that. Yeah, I assume they're gonna run away after that.
Evade shock surges. Attack from above incoming. Implementing elite countermeasures.
Yeah, you kind of fuck these guys up with fire, huh? Who'd have thought? Yeah, roar at me, that'll do a lot. These guys really know what to do at medium range that much. Ow. Alright, I guess that works. I mean, they can do that.
Iron Halo ready.
You fucking stupid?
Stims administered.
What the fuck? Okay, you know what? You deserve that. You deserve that.
Biohazard.
That was nice.
Iron Halo protocol.
But now what I'm gonna do to you is not very nice. Which is just burn you both.
Attack from one target down. Remaining target enraged. Surviving Pyre displaying extreme ferocity. Apex Tyranid suppressed.
I mean, definitely does a good job at it.
To cripple the reactor. And Talassa, when those magnetic stabilizers stop, prepare for rapid egress.
Be advised, the gyroscopic containment shielding prevents catastrophic plasma dispersal.
That's the first time I've seen them spam like quadra diving bombs at you and then pull me in to execute me with like perfect efficiency. That was pretty cool.
Disengage.
They heard the commenters talking trash and decided to get serious for it. True.
Rising precipitously.
Talassa, we're tracking your signatures. Octavio and Heraton Leader are already on board. Our brothers
They deserve that one, to be honest.
follow the designated
Good shit, man.
evacuation routes immediately.
Approaching egress point.
Hurry! The cruiser has begun breaking apart. We will wait as long as we can. Reactor overheating.
Requesting rapid
10% of
egress.
core integrity remains for turbulence.
If not for your valor, Talassa, this operation.
The whole ship is burning. Here, have some more fire. That's the Pyrecannon build, guys. That is the Pyrecannon build. Pretty good on that map. Pretty damn good on that map, if I may say so. If the Xenos didn't want burn, why are they so flammable? True. Major hive mind mistake there. $54,000 range damage.